Prayers up to Braylon Allen, but looks like he suffered a serious knee injury in this first of the 2 Monday night games. So Breece Hall, again, not celebrating injury, but we can chew gum and walk at the same time. Breece Hall is going to get an increase in volume. Bengals taking the field right now. We got both games that we're watching here, Bengals and Broncos, and then, of course, this Jets game that we're watching against the Miami Dolphins. We'll be breaking that down as we're live tonight, as both games stream right here in the corner in my purview. We got Chase Brown hopefully making a comeback here, and Breece Hall exploding to
on the run.
The moon.
To the moon.
Browning back to pass, tosses it to Chase Brown, incomplete. More injuries for the Jets. This is an injury-plagued season. This guy right here is banged up right now. What's the status on Bucky? There is no update yet, but we'll talk about his potential knee injury. That and more. Lamar Jackson, Breece Hall, Bucky Irving, you name it. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Additionally, live at midnight almost every single night. Bucky Irving is awaiting MRI results, as are fantasy football managers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucky dealing with an undisclosed injury. We're assuming it's ankle injury. Probably an ankle injury. Did I say knee? I'm sorry. Actually, we don't even know what it is, to be honest. They're being a little coy over it, but it looks, and everyone's speculating that it could be an ankle injury, not a knee injury. I'm sorry. The knee injury is to Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen suffered a knee injury. Little dump off to Chase Brown, who catches a nice little pass, almost the first down there. Flag on the play, of course. Of course, there's a flag on the play. Whenever a player that we want to rebound or do well ends up catching a football, they could change the course of their season or the momentum. There's usually a flag. Hopefully, it'll be a defensive play. I don't think this will be on the defense. I think this will probably be on the offense, because that's just the way it is. Let's continue to feed Chase Brown. Bucky MRI results to be determined here soon, so hang tight on that. He did go back into the game after he injured himself, so it's not like he didn't. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he played on adrenaline." Well, of course, but I'm not extremely worried about Bucky Irving right now. Braylon Allen, on the other hand, looks like he probably tore his ACL. Now, there's a chance that he just hyperextended his knee. And that would definitely make it to where you're limping as badly as he was limping off the field. They should have drove him in a cart. I don't know why you wouldn't put a player in a cart whenever there's an injury like this, because there's a chance you're making it worse by letting the player walk to the locker room. But Braylon Allen looking like maybe potentially a torn ACL or some sort of severe multi-game knee injury, which, again, prayers up to him, but that this is a business that I'm running here that revolves around the news and predicting things. And Chase Brown, nice little run. Okay, it looks like Chase Brown is going to get his volume tonight. I'm pretty excited about Chase Brown rebounding. Hopefully they keep feeding him. Hopefully this game script is such that they can continue to keep him heavily involved. But the good news about Chase Brown is that he's getting passing volume and rushing volume near equally these days. So no matter what the game script looks like, he'll be getting dump offs if they're behind. He'll be getting rushing attempts and dump offs even when there's a close game nearby. Chase Brown looks like he's gonna. It's 2nd and 6, right? Just give it to him. Keep feeding Chase Brown. Jamar Chase target, long reception, incomplete, broken up. Crazy. Where were we at? So Bucky awaiting MRI results. We don't have that information yet. I'm literally continuing scanning all the news wires just to make sure if that breaks during the stream, I will let you know. But right now we have no update on Bucky and whether he'll be out some time or we'll be fine. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. If he did miss some time, it would be a game, maybe. I don't know that it's going to be worse than that. Ricky Parasol, knee injury is a minor PCL injury. I don't know that there's anything minor about a PCL injury. I mean, obviously they're not thinking it's a grade 2 or anything. It's probably barely a grade 1, but that's still bad. That still could set him out a game or so. So more to come on Ricky Parasol. We also have Brock Purdy, who had soreness in his toe following the Week 4 loss against the Jaguars. So we'll monitor the Brock Purdy front, see if both these guys are willing to suit up on a short week on Thursday against the Rams, a division rivalry at its best. Breece Hall catching a nice first down 10-yard pass right there. And nice little, almost the exact identical play between both screens right now. Tinsley catching a very similar pass that Breece Hall caught. Only difference was he was a yard short. Breece Hall caught a first down. Breece Hall's been getting nothing but volume since Braylon Allen went down. So Breece is going to continue to get fed. Nice little grab by Tinsley. I like Tinsley. I hope he turns into something nice. Commanders coach Dan Quinn said that Terry McLaurin quad is trending in the right direction. Who knows what that means? Very cryptic. I'd be highly suspicious if they started talking about him playing week number 5. So we've got John Harbaugh speaking about Lamar, and no way Lamar Jackson hamstring could have returned in week 4's loss to the Chiefs. Lamar's feeling destined to miss at least one game. At least one game. I don't know how long it could be. This could be a multi-week injury. The fact that this guy wasn't out there at all proves how injured he was, because it wasn't like this is something where you pull Lamar in that context of that game. Chase Brown, nice little cutback for a first down. Excellent job. Or was that? That was on first down. Chase Brown, nice run. 2nd and 8. Took a -1 loss and turned it into a 2-3 yard gain. I'm excited for Chase Brown. This feels like a Browning comeback game. I'm not saying they win. I'm just saying I think Browning looks a lot better coming out of this contest. Chase Brown running into the flat. Okay, T. Higgins catches a nice little 5-6 yard pass. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 or 4. Bengals marching, at least going to get a field goal out of this, but they better not get too crazy. And all right, 3rd and 2. Appreciate everybody dropping super chats. I'll be right with you. Let me just get through this news. T. Higgins, nice little grab by T. Browning, just horrible throw. 4th and 2. God, Browning just doesn't look quite the same as he did last year, but I think he still rebounds quite a bit. Okay. So anyway, we'll have more updates on Lamar, more updates on Bucky. Nothing as of this moment to give you other than they're both statuses are unknown. Joe Mixon, foot won't be activated, will not be activated off the NFI list yet. He's probably not. There's a chance he never plays at the same level again. Woody Marks season's in full effect. Anybody ever heard of a guy named Woody Marks? Oops. 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 Make sure Woody Marks isn't on your waiver wire. We got a Woody sighting. Woody sighting. Woody Marks season. Everybody drop a wood block in the chat like Daniel just did. Drop some logs in the chat, please. where are we at here on the news? This one's kind of brutal and not being talked about enough right now. There's a little bit of an impact here for the high ankle sprain, as the MRI confirmed for Joe Alt, and so they're gonna essentially try and get some second opinions as to how long he can be out. See if he can avoid the IR list, and see if he isn't ruled out for 4 games. They're hoping it's less than 4 games. So, just another one bites the dust on the offensive line of the Chargers. Hampton, this doesn't help Hampton, but Hampton still delivered. But this doesn't help Herbert, because Herbert's going to get rushed. He was running for his life on Sunday once Alt went down. Alt doesn't allow any pressures at all. So it's a big loss. It really is an understated loss. I'm not saying that Hampton's going to go downhill or anything, but hard to say. Everybody drop some more logs in the chat for Woody Marks, please. Keep dropping the Woodies. Garrett Wilson, nice little first down catch and go. I would say that was about 10, 11 yards right there. Tell me there's not a flag. Okay, it's a timeout. If you haven't heard by now, you've been living under a rock or a log for the last 24 hours, 48 hours. Giants wide receiver Malik Nabers officially placed on injured reserve, ending his season, as he is set to have an ACL surgery. They'll wait for the swelling to go down. With ACL injuries, they usually wait for the swelling to go down. Depends on how clean of a tear it is, but they go in there several weeks, sometimes later, and perform the ACL surgery. If there's not a lot of swelling, they'll go in as fast as they can, get that rehab going. Now, I don't think anybody's talking about this either, but they most certainly will. I think you'll start hearing in the next couple of days them exploring having toe surgery and knee surgery at the same time. Maybe not in the exact same day, but maybe, who knows? Get all the doctors on the case. It might be hard to rehab 2 things at once, but they'll do both of these things, I think, during this process. I mean, it would be crazy not to try and figure out how to get him fully healthy versus going through multiple seasons of rehab, off seasons of rehab. So we'll start hearing about what the game plan is for the toe surgery and the ACL surgery. But this is not going to be pretty coming back from both of these injuries. Early on next year, he could struggle, could have a real slow start. Certainly somebody I'm not selling or running from in Dynasty, but you got to make sure you're buying at the right price tag in Dynasty, though. You don't want to be grabbing Malik Nabers at his number 1, number 2, number 3 capable overall value. You need to trade for him on the cheap. All right, handoff here. Broncos. JK about 2 yards. So Malik Nabers, prayers up for Malik Nabers towards ACL. Not good news, obviously. Brock Purdy toe. Shanahan said Purdy reported soreness. Okay, I think we're all covered on the news. Let me hit these super chats. I don't know if we'll take some phone calls or what we'll do, and how long we'll be here tonight. But we'll be here for the reaction shows, of course. In IDP League, trade Diggs for Hunter. Sure. Of course. I'm not saying that it's all pretty right now. Crazy how they're misusing Travis Hunter, and, talks of, what are they going to do on defense with him? Hard to say. It's definitely worth the Diggs, bro. It's worth a lot more than Diggs. Even though it's not something we know what it is yet. We don't know what his value is going to be. Honestly, I don't blame Hunter. I blame this coaching staff. I blame this organization for allowing Travis Hunter to be misused the way that he's being misused. It's crazy. What are we doing with Buckley? I don't know, Mike. Who's Buckley? And if you're talking about Bucky, rewind the show a little bit, because we just did a whole Bucky report. As far as what are you doing with him? I mean, what are you asking? I think we're getting Buckied.
Get Buckied.
As far as this super chat here, 1 and 3, Dak, Henry, ETN, Tootin, Woody, Nico. Drop some wood in the chat, please. Drop some more logs in the chat, please. Get logged. Yep, clock. Get logged in the chat. Please drop some logs in the chat for Woody. Anytime Woody Marks is mentioned, I want nothing but logs dropped in the chat anytime. If it's his name is ever mentioned, if I ever read his name off, if I ever say Woody Marks, if I ever get asked a question about Woody Marks, if I'm ever breaking Woody Marks news, I just want immediately at least 10 to 15 logs. Is that too much to ask? I don't think it is. 1 and 3, Dak Henderson, Derrick Henry, ETN Tootin, Woody, Nico, JSN, JMO, Hunter, Franklin, Andrews, Pitts. Need a win this week. Coming up ideas. I don't know that I would necessarily move any of these pieces now, except for if I was to, move. Man, I like the squad. I'm not saying there isn't concerns. I'm not saying you're not waiting on some things, but like Derrick Henry, what are you going to move Derrick Henry for? You just hope that he returns to form. If Lamar's out, they're just going to feed the beast. And, it's good buy low time for Derrick Henry, straight across the board. I'll have a Derrick Henry buy low video in just a few hours, maybe. Maybe we lead with that tonight, but it'll probably be in the morning, the morning video. But we'll be talking about Derrick Henry now. A lot of you are upset of Derrick Henry. I mean, he wasn't a guy I wanted anyone to draft. So, you drafted Derrick Henry high, or you drafted Ladd McConkey high. That was not what I wanted for you. But there is a newfound value. Values change. You adjust and adapt, and you go buy him from the owner that's panicking on Derrick Henry. Now, if you own Derrick Henry, I'm not talking to you. Those that drafted Derrick Henry, you're forced to wait. You drafted Derrick Henry, you have to wait on him. You have to. There's nothing else you can do. You're forced to wait on it. You got to wait it out. But if you didn't draft Derrick Henry, this is my objective of choice. You now get to walk in, sweep Derrick Henry off his feet, if that's even possible, and carry him over to your team. Or he can carry you to your team, whichever way works. But now is the time to strike. Now is the time to trade Woody Marks, who you should all be dropping wood in the chat, please. Woody Marks is a player you can use with another player to go get Derrick Henry. This is the point of waiver wire smashes and monsters, and being able to convert waiver wire fodder into potential home run swings. Now, you can sit here and complain and cry about how Derrick Henry failed you, and I see a couple everybody say, screw Derrick Henry, he's bad, he's done. Like that's old news. Like that is something you can continue to worry about, cry about, whatever. But those that don't have time for that, let's move around it and let's go get him for dirt cheap. I'll take Derrick Henry for dirt cheap. As far as your team, Oscar, you wait on it. You got Etienne and Tootin. You got Woody. And you could potentially trade Woody and maybe JMO or something to get some sort of wide receiver. Think last week's London. We were scooping up London left and right. And those that don't know, London made a return. He visited the doctor. He got a new script.
Mr. London, what seems to be the problem? I've been a little off. Can't seem to get things going, if you know what I mean. I think I have just the thing for you, Mr. London.
So you're probably waiting this out, unless you're trading ETN on the high, and I'm talking like on the high, like you're trading ETN and, I don't know, JMO for some running back you shouldn't be getting. That's the only thing you should be doing, Oscar. You need a win. You probably want to stay in your lane. There's a lot of people that decided to get out of their lane, and we said not to, with Genty, with London, with a bunch of players that popped off in week 4, and those that got out of their lane saw their lane slow and then the lane that they got out of started going fast on the freeway. That's the way that works. So I'd say you're a candidate to hang tight, my boy. Thank you, Oscar, for the super chat. We got a $20 hauler from Z. Aye, big dog. I'm 2-2. Team is Herbs, Breece, Judkins, Amon-Ra, Nico, Fannin, and QJ at the flex. Bench is Debo, Pacheco, Charbonnet. How do I take this to the next level? Well, you're not going to want to hear this because so many QJ truthers out there get mad when I mention it. But look, he's a player. Was that a direct snap to Chase Brown? He's a player, QJ, that has high trade value. Doesn't mean I think he's trash or anything, but you can trade him now for a ton. So he's a good trade piece right now. So QJ or Debo being traded away with maybe Breece Hall tonight, who has a big game, to go get a monster running back that you shouldn't have on your squad. That is the objective of every trade. I'm not trading Nico on the low. I'm not trading Debo lower than, look, Debo had a good game. Debo is a great player right now. And I like Debo more than I like QJ. And you've got QJ in your lineup and Debo on your bench. Another catch by Higgins. This would be a good week to sell Higgins high too. Anyway, just take a look at that. Keep Amon-Ra, keep Nico. These are two great players. Keep Judkins. I like Judkins. That's three great players. I keep Debo personally, but I'd trade Debo or QJ, whoever gets me more, with Breece Hall for one bigger player. Or I'm trading QJ. I had somebody ask me today if they should trade QJ for Derrick Henry. I know that if I suggest go make trades like that, some of you are going to go, no one's doing that in my... I don't play with peasants, Smitty. I don't play with peasants or pawns. I play in nothing but shark leagues. I'm up here, you're down here. I would never play in a league where people make such trades. I'm telling you right now, I'm being asked on multiple occasions whether someone should trade what was a week ago waiver wire fodder in Woody Marks and I love Woody Marks. And I wouldn't oppose anybody holding Woody Marks over Derrick Henry. I love Woody Marks, but these are nice moves and potential trades to make. So you try and get into a Derrick Henry using QJ, using Debo straight up. Do something of that nature. Breece Hall and QJ for a running back. Maybe Achane has a bad game today and you're able to make that trade straight across. And then real quickly, before I go to the phone caller who's going to wait patiently, real quickly, trade Lamb for Garrett Wilson and Judkins. I would rather have Garrett Wilson and Judkins over Lamb right now, given the weight that you're probably looking at. But I do think we might hear news this week that Lamb's coming back. But that's a good haul. You might want to wait and see what happens here with Garrett Wilson, though. If you feel very panicked about Garrett Wilson's output here, you might want to hold off on it. So just maybe keep your hand hovering over the button. Would you trade Judkins and Fannin for Tyler Warren and MHJ? No, I would not. Judkins going to the moon. On the phone line, I have Denny. Denny, everyone's been worried about you like crazy. And before you say a word, everyone wants to hear the song. Debo, pull back your bow. It's all everybody talks about. If I make this into a single, I think it goes straight to the charts, the top of their charts on Spotify. Debo played fantastic football in week number 4. So can we hear Debo, pull back your bow, please? Go ahead. This is Denny.
Okay, let me just clear my throat real quick. It's nice good to talk to you. Debo, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to the end zone for me. Nobody but me. Oh, Debo, please hear my cry and let my
arrow fly. My boy, Denny. Denny, we've been missing you, bro. Can I ask you an honest question, though? Where do you go during the season? Because you vanish like nobody I've ever seen. During the off season, you're here a lot. During the season, you vanish.
I work. I'm like a forklift guy. And I'm just working. I'm just a worker.
Well, we need you to call in more often. Everyone's saying voice of an angel, sounds like an angel, songbird of the generation. Just unbelievable.
Debo. Yeah. I remember when I said, who's those guys from Detroit that didn't even come up with anything? That really annoys me.
You talk about J-Mo?
J-Mo and my other boy, the running back.
You talking about Monty last week?
Yeah, Monty and J-Mo. I swore by these guys. Oh, I just feel like an idiot.
But he said Denny hibernates. Do you hibernate during the season? Is that what you're doing? Like a bear?
I do. I hide. Like I always hibernate. But
Hey.
I'm a good guy. Like I'm the guy. I'll be here, but then I won't. Yeah, I hibernate. Yeah.
Hibernate one.
I
Okay.
get a tent, and then I. Yeah, is that what they're saying? Yeah.
Saying you're like a bear. You hibernate. Everybody drop a bear emoji. All right. Hey, I got to get back to these super chats, but anything you'd like to tell the audience before you check out, or any other song you would like to sing?
I appreciate the. Definitely love this. I remember I started off on the graveyard shift with Smitty, and he'd always talk to me.
All right, hit
There
us.
was a song called "On the Night Shift." Have you ever heard that song by the Commodores?
Hit us with it, but give us a AJ Brown version of it, because AJ Brown's been crying. I haven't even got to AJ Brown yet. AJ Brown's been crying because he's not getting the football. They're 4-0. The team's 4-0, and this diva is walking to the locker room like someone took his teddy bear. So let's hear the song you're referencing with the twist of AJ Brown. Go.
Okay, it's called "The Night Shift." It's called Marvin. He was a friend of mine, and he caught every touchdown on down the line. Who's the crybaby?
AJ Brown.
AJ, he's got these hands of steel, and he's a lock of cancer, and you can make him feel, 'cause AJ is gone. No, keep it up. Oh, no, Marvin's going to be all right. AJ's gone. Oh, and there's some other there's a wide receiver from that team. He's going to be all right. He's going to be all right on the night shift. You ever heard that song?
Yeah. Oh wait. I thought you're playing the radio. That's not the radio. I thought you were just playing it on the. Yeah, I didn't know you were singing that. Hey, Denny, I got to get to these super chats. Everybody drop a bear emoji in the chat for Denny. All right, Denny.
Man, love you guys. Man, I miss you guys.
Call him tonight. Yeah,
I'm okay.
You miss us, but you could call anytime you want. All right, later, Denny. Appreciate you. Bye.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Denny. God offer Pittman Scatterboo for my Pickens. That should be debated. I would keep Pickens personally. Lego Batman dropping a 20 watt on screen. Lego, you monster, you. Lego, you monster. Straight up monster.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Let's see here. Bo Nix breaking the huddle. Full PPR starting Mahomes, Bijan, Hampton, AJ Brown, London, Fannin, and Woody Marks. Cue to the chat. Drop those log emojis, please. Oh, come on. You got to catch that football. Like, Nick, look, I get Nix has been overthrowing some guys and everything, but like that's on the wide receiver right there. Also have Scatterboo. Do I trade Woody for Rashee Rice? I would definitely take Rashee Rice. Look, this is why we do what we do on the waiver wire. This is the moment to unleash the dragon that you've consumed from the wire, and you're putting it back out there into the ether. You're taking that Woody Marks log, you're digging a hole, you're burying the log and putting dirt over it, and it grows into Rashee Rice. Like let me explain how this works real quickly. This is a little bit of science for you all. Okay, so as a fantasy football connoisseur that watches the fantasy football show, let me explain this. So as a fantasy football connoisseur watching the fantasy football show, we tell you to find a little seed called Woody Marks. You pick them up off the waiver wire, you plant said seed, and said seed grows, it grows, and out of nowhere, it turns into a Rashi Rice. That's how you play fantasy football. That's how you execute. Doesn't mean we don't like Woody Marks. Drop a log emoji in the chat to represent Woody. But this is how you deliver. This is how you execute upon said strategy. This is how you build a conglomerate or a monopoly in the fantasy football game. This is how you take your team on the rise. This is how you take your team to Mars. Unbelievable. He looks good, man. He does. There's no reason to not take this gamble, though. But we love our boy Woody. Woody to the moon. Drop some log emojis. Thank you very much, Lego Batman. Appreciate you. Just traded Metcalf and Woody for Rice and I think that's Jalen Warren. Jay Watern. I don't know who Watern is, but bro, you did a good job regardless getting Rice. I like Metcalf and Woody. That's actually a pretty good side of this thing. But if you're in surplus territory, which I believe you probably are. We got Harvey sighting. Harvey's in the backfield. Hand the ball to him. They hand it to the fullback. What are they doing? What are they doing?
Take a big lap. We don't need your hating ass coming back now. Take a big lap. Take one and you don't come.
Oh my God. Please tell me that at least Harvey's back. He's still remaining in the backfield. No. They took him out. They put Harvey in. It's such a frustrating thing. They will use him. Everybody that wants to drop Harvey, do what you want to do. The same person that probably dropped Hampton or gave up on Hampton after 2 weeks. Same person that probably thinks Hendy's never going to rise up. Harvey's in the game. Harvey's in the game. Harvey's in the game. Harvey's in the game. Blue, where's my football? I think he's spread out wide. Blue 32. Throw it to Harvey. Throw it to Harvey. Break the seal. Break the Harvey seal, please. At least keep him in. At least give me that. I think that's Harvey. That's Harvey. Throw it to him. Throw it to him. Throw it to him. Throw it to him. Knicks touchdown. I'll take that. Bo rushing touchdown. Bo Nix, pull back your bow. Just traded Metcalf. This is a good trade. Look, would anybody rather have Metcalf and Woody or Rice and Watern? Please vote on this one. I would rather have Rice if I'm in surplus, but there's definitely a world where, both sides make sense, Mike Igbukah for Judkins and Ladd. I would not trade Igbukah, bro. I like the idea of getting Judkins and something, but Ladd is you go get him free. If Ladd gets cut, you better pick him up. Clockwork, appreciate your $13.99. I'm sorry for the wait on this. And then I've got Laughin, then Dino, then Nate, then Jaime. 10-man PPR, 2-2. Herbert, Hampton, Genty, Pickens, Igbukah, Worthy, Sharps, Kraft, My neighbors went down. I'm sorry to hear that. Any moves to come back from all this, that sucks, bro. I'm sorry to hear. You're selling high, buying low. Look, Pickens and Buka Worthy are all stepping up. In a way, I would say you trade Kraft, roll with Fannin, trade Kraft and Kamara, Kraft and Worthy, Worthy and Pickens, Worthy and Kamara, and you're just trying to get players. I think Derrick Henry's the perfect player for you to take a little bit of a gamble on. Kamara for Derrick Henry, Kamara and Kraft for Derrick Henry and something. Worthy for Derrick Henry straight up. Those are easy moves, bro. It's a way to get a big monster back. Whether he delivers or not, that's going to be your fun little story that you tell your grandkids. You either come back from this or you don't. You took a nice stab. But I think Derrick Henry would be fantastic for you. If not, other players that come to mind, I would say see how Achane does tonight. The Bucky owner might be panicking. You could go after Bucky right now. 10-man Dynasty, full PPR, traded Nico Collins and Judkins for JSN and Ladd. What do I think? I think you got blasted, laughing. Tell me you didn't do this. Traded Nico Collins and Judkins for JSN and Ladd. I don't care what you have. Laughing, you know you're my boy. I hope this doesn't deter you away from I'm not trying to make you mad by attacking it this aggressively, but I wouldn't trade Nico for JSN and Ladd. And I love getting Ladd and acquiring Ladd cheaply and free. But this is a bad trade. This is a really bad trade. The two players you traded away are arguably as good as JSN. Like, you gave up Judkins, who honestly, if someone said, should I trade Judkins for... is that Tyreek Hill down? Who is that? Everyone keeps saying Tyreek Hill. Yeah. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't warn you about trading Tyreek Hill away. Prayers up for Tyreek Hill. Man, that was brutal. I was so into this other game over here. I'm sorry about that. Why is Tyreek Hill clapping? This is such a head case situation. Like, prayers up for him. But does anybody see what he's doing? He's clapping as he's going out, and he's going. I mean, this guy is just. I mean, he's off his rocker. It's Achane season. That was a wild exit. That was a wild exit. Okay, sorry for anybody that held on to him. Prayers up for him, though. No one's ever excited about an injury. Achane ripping off a nice little run there. Achane 10-yard run. Okay, it was weird that he was saying goodbye the way he was. He was going like this. As he's getting carted off. Like, who does that? What's he doing? See, I see a couple of you saying good sport. He's being a good sport. I don't know. It almost looked like he was like saying, laughs on you, I'm out of here. Got my money, see you later. Mom, see you later. Like, that was wild. That was wild. Achane. Tyreek Hill goes down. Achane. They just keep running Achane. That's what we like to see. Okay, yeah, Tyreek Hill's career is over. 10-man Dynasty, full PPR, traded Nico Collins. So anyways, Laughing, I'm so sorry to tell you that this was a bad trade. Are you here, Laughing? I'm sorry. Let me know if you're here, bro. I appreciate you. Gordon's in the game. Not that I like to see that in one respect, because we're a Achane people overall, but we're also a Gordon people. And Tua rolling out. Another touchdown sling. Was that Darren Waller again? Darren Waller, double touchdown season. Wow. Wow. Maybe he is worth something. That was crazy. Guard the man. That's wild, bro. This looks like a run. It's a very good, well-designed play. Waller's wide open. Wow, what a... Waller, pull back your bow. Now, I still don't know. It's one game. I don't know that I'm putting him over Fannin. But I definitely could see myself sliding Darren Waller into like the Gadsden range, right? I think that makes some sense. So we're gonna go Hunter. Hunter's gonna be number 1. Goddard number 2. Kyle Pitts tied with number 2, pretty much with Goddard, I would say. And then we got I could see Fannin and Waller being in the same ballpark, but I'm gonna put Fannin ahead of him. I mean, they might without Tyreek Hill, they might really have to use him if he can stay healthy. I just didn't think he would stay healthy. I'll be honest. And he still, I mean, he could be injured, and this is kind of like that Deshaun Jackson type of thing, where Deshaun Jackson at an older age would do something, and we're like, wow, and then like you'd hear Wednesday, he's banged up. Like, no problem, he's just banged up, he'll be fine, he's older, and then the next day on Thursday, be like, he's out for the year during practice, in the middle of practice. Let's go Waller, I suppose, right around this territory. So for those of you that haven't seen the Waiver Wire show, I always keep my board updated throughout the entirety of the week. Judkins and Benson are most likely not available, but we kept them on here because there's like a 13 to 18% availability in some platforms. So we're going to keep them on here. But of course, if they're not available, Marks and Gainwell are the top pickups of the week. Same thing with Addison, probably not available. I think it's like 15% of leagues. So if he's not available, then just move on down. Pittman's not available, move on down. I'm tired of the complaining about having too many people on the board. Look, we got to address some of the people that are in leagues like that. Laughing, where are you at, man? I feel really bad that I didn't like your trade. You're such a great supporter of this channel. You know I love you, pal. Laughing, where are you at? Laughing, are you here? I'm so sorry to not like this trade. I just think I wish you would have checked with me. There's no way. I wouldn't have had you trade Nico for JSN and Ladd. I wouldn't have had you trade. I would have said Judkins for JSN and Ladd's doable. But like to give up both of them, I think it was just a bad trade. I'm so sorry. Is that T. Higgins again? Flag. Thank you, Laughing. Appreciate you. Dino, appreciate you, my boy. Dino says, what move should I make? Josh Allen, Igbuka, QJ, Allen, Keenan Allen, Bucky, Judkins, Tyler Warren, Debo, Ladd, Kamara, JCM, Harvey, Lamb. I like your team. Bro. You got Lamb, Igbuka. I would trade QJ or Keenan Allen on the high right now with potentially Kamara just to get that extra piece of go get Derrick Henry using Kamara and QJ. Why not, Dino? Why not? Why not give Derrick Henry a little time in this lineup here and to see what he can do? If not, do that same trade for Achane if he doesn't have a killer day. Go get another RB of some around that level somewhere. Chase Brown using Kamara. Depending on how Chase Brown does. Maybe he'll be untouchable. Maybe he'll be waiver wire fodder after this game, which I would definitely not allow in my dime. I'm picking up 0-3. About to go 1-3. Daniel Jones, King Henry, Gainwell, Warren, Pacheco, Puka, Igbuka, Addison, Myers, T. Higgins, DJ Moore moves. Probably Chase Brown, nice little run, about a 5-6 yard run there. It was a tough run, though. Moves here is you're waiting on Henry. You can't trade him. You drafted him. You got to hold him. Puka's going crazy. Buka's going nuts. Addison's back and looking good, bro. If this is me, I'm probably exploring the Puka high sell move because you're 1-3. You know, it's not like you're winning with Puka, so you explore it. You got a $2 hauler, and then it was taken back. I think it was Jacob. Jacob, thank you for dropping that $2 hauler. So you got to look at, what it can get you. And I'm not saying to trade him lightly. I'm talking about getting a Judkins or Hampton with a wide receiver and a very good wide receiver for Puka. That's the only reason you would trade Puka. But Puka's like the number one wide receiver in the league right now. So you got to go get the world. You got to go get a Nico. You got to go get a London, someone like that, along with a running back, along with a very, very nice running back maneuver like Judkins and Hampton with that London. That's the only way you could, and that might be enough for this team to be balanced enough. And then you hopefully Derrick Henry gets back on his horse. JD5 comes back. Now, could you wait it out with this team? I mean, look, JD5, Derrick Henry, if Gainwell ends up being something special down the stretch, it's just, what if he isn't? Then you're bleeding out points every week. So you kind of have to maybe make a move. But if you trade Puka Nacua and you don't get 2 pots of gold, bro, you didn't listen to the instructions. Thank you, Jacob, for the $2 blank hauler. Appreciate you very much for dropping that. Jaime, appreciate your super chat too, Jaime. Jaime to the moon. Is Laughing in here? Laughing, where you at, my boy? I feel so bad I didn't like Laughing's trade. I don't know why I'm letting that affect. Laughing's been here for a while and such an awesome supporter. I hate not liking his trade. I don't know why it's bothering me. Is that Justin Fields? What is going on? What a run by Justin Fields. All the haters 5 minutes ago are licking their chops at this 43-yard touchdown scamper. This 10-point play by Justin Fields right here. Just a 43-yard scamper, 10-point play by Justin Fields, who shreds this defense by himself single-handedly on a 43-yard touchdown scamper. Chew on that, haters. I'm not 30 seconds behind. I have a YouTube delay, bro. But yes, I'm probably about 5 seconds behind you, but I have a YouTube delay. Wow, Fields is looking like a monster. With Nabers out, Slayton probably fills his role. Do you think Slayton or Wandell is more like Wandell or Slayton more going forward? Wandell, but honestly, I mean, they're decent, bro. There's nothing wrong with them. They're both good players to acquire if they're out there, but I don't know. You know, it's counting on a player like that in your lineup is rough. That means you got tough sledding ahead of you. Dynasty, this is from Jerry. Jerry, $10 super chat. My boy, Jerry.
You've just been...
That run by Fields was great. Dynasty, 2-1, down 15. Lamar, Baker, Bijan, Kyron, Mason, RJ, Scatterboo, Judkins, Woody, Brashard Smith, JCM, Jamar, JJ, Hunter. Good team. Trade Judkins for Rice and Ricky Pearsall. Bijan, Kyron, Mason, Judkins, Jamar Chase, JJ. I don't... Chat, what are we doing on this one? What are we doing on this one? Are we trading Judkins for Rice and Pearsall? While I wait and count all of your votes...
Leave it on the fields.
Just in time.
Fields of dreams.
Fields like making love.
Outstanding in his fields.
Fields so good.
Fields general. My field's good. Uneven playing fields.
Battlefields tested.
Fields. Fields. He's for reals.
Yeah, for those that missed it, Tyreek Hill is done for the year. That was a really, really bad foot ankle injury. We got a few get Rice. I keep Judkins. No. I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I mean, Pearsall and Judkins, or Rice and Ricky Pearsall is a lot. I think I probably take it, and then I flip Pretty Ricky after he gains some more value. I think I probably take Rice, but it's close, bro. And your team's so good, you can weather through it. So if I could flip Ricky Parasol, then I feel really good about that trade. I'm trading Hill, says regardless. No one's taking Hill from you now, bro. He's out for the year. Woody Marks or Gainwell. Here's the waiver board so you can see my order right there, my boy. Marks over Gainwell. Okay, yes, surplus. Lamar Fields, St. Brown, Worthy. That's why I traded Rice for Jalen. Yeah, I mean, traded for Rice and Jalen Warren. That's fine, bro. Surplus season. I like the team. Last super chat, and then we'll be back for the recap show. Tyreek Hill, prayers up for Tyreek Hill. No one's wishing injury upon anybody on this channel. No one's excited about this. The guy had a massive leg injury. Looks like it was a leg injury, not a foot. It looks like it was a leg. Massive injury. Prayers up to him. I have a trade offer pending. My Walker and QJ for Henry and Ladd. I would take Henry and Ladd. I'm feeling good about it. Did it live. I want Henry and Ladd.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Thank you for the super chat, my boy. I want Henry and Ladd. I think Ladd's going to be great down the stretch. I don't care how bad he does this week. I don't care about how bad he does next week. It doesn't matter. I know Ladd has the talent. And I know that he eventually will rise back up into the good graces of the Chargers offense and Herbert. I know Ladd's going to be fine at some point. It's just it's a bad start. It happens, man. The way they're running plays, the fact that they've pretty much had their offensive line in shambles and they're doing different things. I think that Ladd will rise up. I just don't know when. I don't care if he doesn't catch a pass next week. I'm still consuming as much Ladd McConkey at the free cost of entry that is Ladd McConkey right now. I don't care what he does for 2-3. He could do bad for 3 straight weeks. I'm still going to go acquire him. So I definitely, and I take the gamble on Henry at this cost of entry. Tony with a $20 hauler. Appreciate Tony, my boy. Doing it live.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Tony, thank you for the super chat. Tony says currently 0-3. 0.5, 10-team league. My wide receivers, Devontae, BTJ, Travis Hunter, Pearsall, Jerry Jeudy. Running back, Hampton, Henry, Bucky. Was offered T. Higgins and DJ Moore for BTJ. Should I accept it? I wouldn't. I'd rather have BTJ, bro. The upside of BTJ, I know he hasn't been delivering, but I don't think the upside of DJ Moore and Higgins are as great. I'd rather take the upside play, even if he's not delivering at the expectation level. And Brian with a super chat. Help going to trade Rice and Sutton for Genty, Evans, and Higgins, or Judkins instead of Genty. I'd rather have Genty, but they're both fantastic. Would I trade Rice and Sutton for that though? I don't know. This is tough because Sutton's playing great. Evans is injured, out more weeks. Higgins is spotty at best. I think there's some upside there, but Rice is out for 3 more games. And so I don't know that I like this move for you. I'd rather keep, or I'm sorry, I don't know if I like keeping Rice over this move. I like this move for you. I'd probably say, Chad, if you need wins, if 3 weeks from now you can't even make the playoffs if you wait on Rice, I'm Smitty approving this Genty side. I would. I don't know if you were like. Brian says he's 1-3. Thank you for the update. That's tough. If you're 1-3, Chad, if you're 1-3, would you rather have Rice and Sutton, or would you rather have Genty, Evans, Higgins? I'd probably take Genty, Evans, Higgins in that situation, because you don't know what you're gonna. I'm not saying you can't climb out of the abyss still. Smitty, thoughts on Waddle right now with Hill done? Definitely increases in value, but also the offense could be concerning. But definitely Waddle goes up quite a bit. We'll probably see him used a lot too in this game. Tua sliding. Oh, it takes a headshot. Is Breece and QJ or Debo too much for Henry? Don't trade Debo. And I would say QJ and Breece is probably overpaying on fair market value. Do I think you'll get your return? Yes. But is it too much, don't trade Debo. But QJ and Breece, you probably need something in return. That fair market value is less than on Henry right now. Started Mahomes, Hampton, Genti, Igbuka, Nabers, Dobbs, Chig. Fan in 2-1, but I feel like I need to do something with Nabers gone. Yeah. I don't know what you're gonna try and trade Marks for something, bro. You're gonna have to go wide receiver shopping, BTJ and something, or try and get like a freaking Dobbs and Marks turn into a wide receiver you shouldn't be able to get. I don't think I sell Mahomes, Hampton, Genti, Buka, but I think I'm trying to use that Marks value. That's the only thing I'm trying to maneuver right now. It's a good piece to throw around, though. And Dobbs had a big day. So Dobbs and Marks should get you a pretty solid RB. Dobbs might get you Hendy. Dobbs might get you a Harvey-ish player that you could just kind of wait on. Ethan, gonna be 3-1 after this week. I'm sorry, Ethan. You got this, Ethan. Don't worry about it, Ethan. I have faith in you, Ethan. Drop some log emojis on the way out the door. I'll see you all here for the recap show on both these games where we'll talk about Tyreek Hill being done. It's a shame. Thank you all for the super chats. Appreciate every single one of you. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. Live whenever big news breaks. Also, additionally, live every single night at midnight, practically every single night. Not every single night, but almost every single night at midnight Eastern. We'll be back with the wrap-up show, the Tyreek Hill breaking news show. See you all here very shortly. Oh, was that to Harvey? Hand off to Harvey. He runs so hard. Keep feeding him. Keep feeding Harvey. Waddle, nice catch. Waddle's value goes up. They're taking him. I hate when they just keep taking him out. Keep feeding Harvey. Let him get some momentum. All right, later. Appreciate you all.